Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and gamers. If you didn't see the last episode, this is what we did last time. And actually, now that I look at that, I wanna add something really quick. This is actually ad-lib. This was not planned. But I'm really excited. We got a couple game plans today. I'm looking at this harsh change. I'm like, what if we did like one of these deals? I kind of like that that's a spruce, but like you could actually see the interior of the log. Also kind of don't. I need to clear out under here. It still has all the spiders and zombies and all that jazz. But just really quick, if we come over here and just walk, this feels pretty good, I think. It's a little barren and stuff like that. We need a little more. That's a really nice point of interest. I want that to be tall. The skyline, I think, is going to be really good. But what we're working on here is the water feature. And I want to have almost like a decorative outdoor like spa like kind of deal. You know, after a long day, you can show up here, relax, and we're gonna have slightly taller walls. That way, be able to be a little more like private, but also be able to have a decorative arching feature over the top. And I think we're gonna go from corners in, not sides in. And this is a little 7x7, and this is where we're gonna be mostly working today. So I'm going to get this all torn up, and we're gonna get working a little bit in a second. So one of the things about this is that it's going to be all gray, all stone. I think that is like the number one thing that's going to make this a little more unique. Because, you know, like there's a lot of wood there, there's a lot of wood here, but being able to have it be different, I think is going to really make, well, the difference. I do have some logs here, but those won't be staying, this won't be used. What I'm thinking is using a lot of stone brick, have that be our base. I'm actually going to just clear out our hotbar. I want to work with stone brick as our base. Have this be what is mostly what the base of it is made out of. Some cracked stone brick goes really well with that. We're going to put some stairs and slabs from it with it to indicate like maybe like a depth change or something like that. I would like some basalt for a variation in color, smooth stone for a variation in color, and actually we have some andesite. We're going to turn that into polished. And, you know, some cobble never really hurts. Well, it might hurt this time. I don't really know. But let's, just get me some of this, please. Thank you very much. I think, let's just get the outside. I know this is going to be this. Actually, we don't have, because the interior is a 5x5, which is actually making me think maybe we can make it a 9x9, but only way that's going to fit is a corner is going to be pressed up somewhere. And I might be okay with that, frankly. I think I'm going to be okay with that. Hold on, we're changing things. Alright, there we go. Much better. And the fact that it's a 9x9 means we can do some fancy things, and this might give you a hint of what fancy things we might be doing. Now that I look at the stone brick, I think we would want andesite. No, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Very smack dab middle here. I want a redstone lamp. I think that's just going to make it pop. I think it's going to look really nice. And then we're going to use some of these stairs, and we're going to make little like connections to the side. And because there's part of me that's like, it would look so good if the, oh my goodness, how many times can I misplace this block? There we go. I think it might look best to have the arc on the edges instead of the corners, but we'll see what we can get away with. But then we're going to have in these little areas here furnaces, and the middle ones you'll be able to see a little bit just by the nature of it, but I'm hoping with water it won't be as obvious. We're out of stairs. Oh my goodness. So I'm thinking this design here. Some of you may have seen this before. This is it's not exactly new to me. It's some I think might have been originally Wells Knight I saw do something similar to this. I don't know what he used as the center block, but I think coal might look nice. It has that little like slightly muddy texture, but it's also, it's like regular enough that it looks like this might be a fancy thing they put in the ground purposefully, not like a blemish, you know? And that's the goal with this. So with this, I think it's going to be looking pretty good, and it should work out just fine. Okay, so obviously we're not leaving it like this. Like, we're going to put in another layer of water, but like, doesn't this look awesome? Like, if this was a floor in a house and we just put glass over it, like, you'd be happy with that, wouldn't you? Oh, I'm having ideas for next season. But we gotta fill this with water. Alright, there we go. I think this is looking much better. This one isn't following the pattern of furnaces. Right there, please, thank you. I think this looks pretty good. I've been looking at it more and more. I think we are going to have it be like arch up and over from the sides. So I am going to design a little bit of an arch, possibly see what will look nice, figure out a good centerpiece for this to hang above, and I will be back. All right, so I have my point. That's where I want the center feature to hang from, and I'm thinking of just like a pane glass structure hanging down below. Might put in a end rod or glowstone block in the middle to make it glow, something like that. We're gonna make it arch, so it's gonna go out, up, over, and then come back down. I know there's gonna be probably a block on top of the stair, but other than that, I don't have too much of an idea, other than I want this to be a little bit of a thicker base, but it's not gonna stay like that for very long. And then I want it to go out, and we have all the stone options here, but we're gonna just stick with stone brick for now, just to get an idea. So let's go here, and what I was thinking was we can do something like this, and then like that. So those will make a little C shape. Pop that up, and then from there we can go block, maybe another block, stair. Where are we at? We're about at the same height, so that's kind of where I want to be. So we'll bring another stair up, slab, slab, slab. Let's get our block there. That'll hold everything there. Fall down on accident, which is not what I was aiming for. It needs to go a little bit higher. We might put block, stair, and then go over. Okay, so let's get back up there. I think this is something that, if we get this right, is going to look amazing. It's going to pull this whole little section over here together, but if we get it wrong, it's going to become an eyesore, because it's competing in height with this, and that's like our peak. Like, that's the tallest thing we got. So we need to kind of get this right. So if we do something like this, and then there, how does this look now? I hope that's the right kind of arch we're looking for. Get a little ways away. And, oh no, oh goodness, no, okay, that go, oh, all right, I feel like we have a better arch. I need to remember, it goes out, up, and then comes back down. That block, though, is going to be covered by the other ones, but I was thinking about this. That's got to go, and light blue glass has got to go in. I think, yeah, that's going to be the thing that brings us together, but I think this is the arch we're working with. 3 wide goes up, 1 block, then a little arch out, and then just a staircase up. I kind of feel like there's a way we can try to make this a more gradual arc than just a right 45-degree angle, but that's what I'm sticking with for now. I think that might just be the best possible thing we can come up with. I don't know. But I'm going to pop that in on everything else, and I'm going to go around and texture with some stone bricks. I mean, regular stone stairs and stone blocks, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay? Okay. All right, I'm really excited. I modified the arch a little bit, and yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's going to add a lot. I think we're able to put in something very interesting with a design hanging off this little spout, and it's going to look good. Plus, I just want to, like, that's a good corner to be able to show this off. Let me just, right here, gonna get as far in the corner as I possibly can. Yes. Like, yes, right? Like, you agree, yes, this looks good. I took another screenshot. I took one already, but I want another one. I think this looks fantastic. I'm thinking we're gonna do a basic chandelier with this kind of style, something like that. So I'm just gonna get an end stone rod as the center, have a little bit of light, and I'll build that really quick. And we'll move on to another project. I am pretty sure I have the most amount of shulker boxes on the server. I think I've gotten the most end cities out of anyone on the server, yet I did not have a single end rod, and I am ashamed to admit how long it took me to be able to craft one of these. Let's build this chandelier. I think I might have found my weak suit. This, like, I do like it. I get a little bit of a mystical fantasy vibe from it, and I'll be honest, it's light blue. That's kind of conducive to light blue, but like, I don't know what's wrong about it. Like, I want it to look like it's floating. I want it to look a little mystical. I want it, but like, it's something, I don't know. Please leave some comments down below. Like, what, because like, originally I had some of these connected, some of them weren't, like, but I just don't get what I should do instead necessarily. I'm kind of stumped on this one. But that's what we have for this. I am going to, let's get a flyby really quick. What else, like, if the server was to end today, which I'm not, the server has a couple more days, what would need built that right here needs something. What's going here? House? We might change that. Let's see. Oh, and by the way, don't worry. I textured it. Alright, so I decided the shape on this. I want it to be a tall build. Like, I want to just remind you guys, like, we are working from a point of view, and that point of view is exiting the longhouse. That's why it was built first. It was to be able to get an idea of how everything else would look. If we walk in, and we walk out the exact middle, tall, short, same height as this, so it blends in well with the skyline. That over there is going to be a little tall. I want this, though, where we're building, to frame it. I want this to possibly be the tallest build. So because of that, we're going to do a lofted build. If you ever have seen a building that like you have to take a few steps up to get to the first floor, that's what we're doing. We're gonna have it be raised up by a few blocks. It's not all gonna be stone brick though, and I've kind of sorted these out by refined blocks and unrefined blocks, and that's how we're gonna be using this. Is we're just gonna grab a couple of these. Let's grab some stone, some stone brick, and some cracked stone. Nah, we don't need that. And we're gonna work from here, but I'm gonna get things going, and I think we're gonna do it in the form of a time lapse. All right, I'm happy with this. It's nice, randomized pretty well. There's nothing really here like it's a double, 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 but I don't think that's really a problem, especially with how we're going to be working with this. But we're going to be, this is going to be a loose framing, and we'll have to change some of these corners and things of that nature just to be able to make it work, because this is a larger build. Yeah, like most of the, I'd say half the corners actually need to be changed. And that's just a matter of moving this a little bit. So we'll even do this one right here. So this is all it needs to happen here is we just need to boop and boop. There. And now if we had grass, do we have, it's over here. Having OCD would mean doing it right the first time. Having whatever I do means going back and fixing it quickly. So there we go. And I think this is looking good. We'll come back for this corner in a little bit just because it's a little bit of a larger one. And what I want to do to change how this is framed, I think we're going to go with a spruce wood base up here. But the way we're going to make this work, actually, let's get this one up. How much? 1, 2, 3 gap there. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. This is going to look a little awkward. I wanted it to only be one block. I want it to be slightly awkward. I think it's going to look better that way. There we are. These are going to be connected like so. And I think this is going to look pretty good. Let's get to the front ones, though, because this is where, I think this is where the magic is. Where the magic is, you know. I didn't just fall. Something like this, and what we're going to do, did a 2-block fall really? Okay, is we're gonna support it like this, and that's just how it's gonna look, and I think that's gonna work really, really well. Obviously not all of them are going to work like that. Like this is just a 2. What are we, like, that does work, but I don't think it's needed. Think about the structural integrity. It's just not needed. But over here, something like this, what's this, a 5? Yep, bam, bam. Nice, simple, works. And this is gonna have a little bit of an elevated, like, I'm thinking we might put an overarching balcony that kind of goes over this, and we might have, we won't have a campfire again or something like that, but we're gonna have this area utilized a little bit. Maybe just a crafting table and a smoker or something like that. Maybe it's an outdoor grill area or something. But I think we're going to utilize this area, small garden. No, this isn't small garden. This actually doesn't even go here. This is where the stairs will be to actually get up here. I know what I'm doing, trust me. Okay, I really like this because we are facing dilemmas due to the fact of the space requirement, because to build tall like this requires some space. And I'm actually really happy that we don't have the space we would like, because it means we have to be a tiny bit more creative. So if we do something like this and have like an edged staircase or something like that, we can even have this last one. Let's have the entrance be in here. So maybe it's something like this. So the idea is you would walk up to the house, you'd go around this little bit, and maybe we'll make this bow out a little more, who knows. And you walk up here. Actually, while I do like that, I think I like the idea a bit more if we just have a block here. And you walk up, and you come up here, and here you are. I feel like this is a really good idea. You'd walk into the house from this side, and I think it would feel really, really good. I'm content. I like this. Let's get more spruce going. We're going to have this going up fairly high. 3 might be, no. 2, 3, 4. I think that's how high this is going to be. This is going to be a tall build. This is going to be a very, very tall build. Let's bring back friend time lapse. Let's bring back the friend time lapse. Alright, so we had a little bit of a moment recently. We had a little dome adventure. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what that is, what Artic's been working on. Go give him a sub. He's been working on that, like, literally he did all of it in, like, 2 weeks. And I'm a bit, like, scared. Because if that's 2 weeks, and he was a bit inactive for a while on the server. So I'm kind of imagining, like, next season, if he stays active, what will happen. But yeah, you guys watch that, and while you're watching that, I'm gonna get a roof on this place.
Hey, somebody stop, somebody.
What's
Hey,
one?
hey, buddy. Hey, bud, that's water.
I don't see you.
Oh, what? How'd my
Hey,
auto
hey,
jump
bud.
turn on?
Yeah?
Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave it there.
Your auto
Just
jump was on?
Okay,
try
I'll,
not
Yeah, I
to
don't know how it
die.
turned on.
I'll be here.
Okay.
Let me know.
Is the lid done?
Yeah, it's done. It's gonna hold water real good. Oh, yeah, see, it can stop. Oh, wait. No, it's empty.
Wait, you made a lid?
There's a
Yeah.
lid. Yeah, why else
This
would-
is the closing ceremony, get it?
Oh my goodness, I feel like
But,
you should get me.
I like
Because the lid will close. We are gathered here today for the closing, get it? Because it's a lid and it closes ceremony. And
Alright.
for how dedicated everybody was to this project, I gave you pieces of glass and you can fill in the rest of it.
This time
So-
it wasn't me.
No
So-
punching.
If everybody would like to, they can place some glass in there and fill it on up. So you two can help with the dome and be a part of the dome.
Wow, this lid's a lot taller than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a lid. So, it closes,
It's a lid.
I
Oh,
got
I'm
you.
out of glass. I'm out of glass.
Ow.
How do you...
Yeah, I'm
I
out of glass
honestly-
too.
Alrighty, let me...
Oh,
I'll go get... I'll get more glass. Don't you worry.
It's okay, I made do.
Oh,
Thank
you
you
just
for
filled there.
ruining the dome. I appreciate it.
Alright, I like the way the roof is looking. I think it's working well. I think the biggest thing, I love the fact that we have this variation, things like that, and the stone up here. We didn't really do that over here. It's just all cobblestone. So, I'm learning. I feel like this looks good. I really like it. I kind of use a similar approach I did with the texturing, just fill up the full hotbar and just scroll, 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 scroll. And it worked pretty well for me, I think. I want the roof to stay all, like, dark oak. Dark oak... It doesn't play as well with others, I guess you could say. Like, if you look over here, dark oak spruce, like, dark oak as a trim, fantastic. Looks great, Tile. But to intersperse it with a texture, not as much. But oak and spruce works all right. So I think we might modify some of the walls a little bit just because it's a little bland, Also, I've been toying with this. I think we're going to have this be like a lower area. I like the idea of just like here, just go on a walk with me. The idea of just walking on up, my nice big beautiful house, come on up. Maybe we have a little small area here. Maybe we have like a crafting bench or maybe a wash bin, whatever it might be. You go on upstairs, you come inside, you're nice, comfortable, you're home, small little living area, maybe a little kitchen area. You go on up here, it has maybe some knickknacks, whatever it might be. Then up top is like a bedroom. I think that'd be really, really cool. But the idea of also having maybe over here in the corner or something, it goes down here and you can also leave through this direction, I think is really, really cool and I want to do that. So we're gonna texture, put in some oak, probably put in some leaves and things of that nature, and we're gonna do an interior. So let's get it done. All right, I'm thinking this is looking a lot better. Just a little bit of oak added in. The leaves make a big difference. I think this is looking a lot better from the outside, and I like that we just have a few basic rules we kind of followed. If we go up inside here really quick, it's not too much different. I added a ladder in. I just want to show you how the texture variation looks from the inside. Upstairs, pretty basic, pretty simple. And if we go down here, I really like what I did with the flirter. So basically, andesite in the corners, the smooth stone slabs, and then a furnace in the middle. And the way I handle the extra is just with stone brick. And I feel like it's able to be improved on, but I feel like it looks good. But a big difference, stairs. The stairs here, like without, I'm just gonna really quick. Let's grab a slab. That there was bothering the living daylights on me, and this whole stair idea came to mind, and I think it makes a really big difference, and it looks like it's meant to be here, adds intrigue to the ceiling. If we put a carpet up here, or rugs or something like that, and then we put like sea lanterns underneath, sea lanterns in this spot would look fantastic. But you might be noticing I'm saying if. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. When I'm recording this clip right here, it is the last day of Season 2. And I was thinking about it because there's still a few more platforms I want to do. Actually, let's get an aerial view really quick. There is, behind this one, oh yeah, I did dock. But there's this one, that one, that one. 3 more platforms that need to be taken care of. And I've decided that okay, the door's open. I thought there was an explosion there. I decided I'm gonna leave this one up to you guys. There is most likely going to be a Season 2 download in the very first episode of Season 3 on every single Intrinsic member's YouTube video. And I'm going to leave one of these plots open for you guys, and I'm going to leave the interior of the tall house to you guys, because I want you guys to do something amazing. I want to see what it turns out as, and in the links below is a link to both the Intrinsic Discord and my own personal fan Discord. And I'm excited to see what you guys do, and I really do want screenshots. I want to see what you guys come up with, see how you modify, how you put your own spin and twist on things. I'd really appreciate being able to see it. There's a few things that just due to lack of time, like this was going to be a large water feature. I was planning on having it almost be like a relaxing like spring. Like that over there is more the idea of like an almost like mystical, like just like relaxing like bath to relax in. But this was going to be just like a beautiful fountain that you could just hang out and meet people with. I even have fully designed a build that was going to go over here on this level right there that we just don't simply have time for. So this is not going to be the last Intrinsic episode. It's the last day of it, but I plan on recording another episode today. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on this season. I'm really pumped. I know we still got another one and I'm just getting sappy, but I mean, I'm one of the admin. I spend a lot of time. I think to get ready for Season 3, I spent about 10 months. And this season only lasted 11.5 months. So I take the season change very seriously. I get ready very early, and it's an emotional little thing, saying goodbye to one world to say hello to another. But hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll be back super soon with another Intrinsic video and some tutorials following after that. Also, Horse took my pig. But that's all I got. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys back here sometime soon with the next one. Goodbye.